Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you got well conditions because you have to follow my lesson today. My lesson is one of the grammatically is present perfect. So we are going to learn about the present perfect now. Okay, present perfect. What is the present perfect tense? So before we get the make sentences about present perfect, we have to know the meaning, the usage of the present perfect tense first. In English, we use the present perfect tense to talk about experience and even in the past which are true or still happening up until right now. It often doesn't have a specified time for when it happened. I'll repeat it. In English, we use the present perfect tense to talk about experiences and events in the past which are true or still happening up until right now. It often doesn't have a specified time for when it happened. So, this present perfect tense is something that happened in the past but still true until right now. Still available for right now. Something that you do in the past that it may be repeat again in the present. So it's called present perfect. Okay, let's take a look at the timeline below and think of some experiences or events which could have taken part of until now. Okay, we're going to see this one: past, present, future. So this wave is signed to the present perfect. It's going to be something happened in the past but still available, still continue, or can be repeated in the present. In the present. Okay, let's see the top tip. We often use the present perfect tense when we are asking and answering questions. Answering question. Have you ever been to Paris? Yes, I have been to Paris. Have you ever been to Paris? Yes, I have been to Paris. Okay. This present perfect tense is actually always used for commonly question: have you ever, have you taken a bath, have you eaten, have you brushed your teeth, have you get up, have you woke up, have you slept, and etc. Take a look of this one. I have been to Paris. I have eaten my sandwich. I have lived in London since I was 5. Okay, let's see this one. It's something that happened in the past. It means it's past. That's present you don't have. That's present you don't eat any sandwich, but it doesn't impossible that you will eat the sandwich again. So we can express it by present perfect tense. I have lived in London since I was 5. I have lived in London since I was 5. So when I 5 years old, I live I live in the London until now. Yeah. So I start live in London from 5 years old. It's my age. Yeah. So until now, it doesn't mean so. It's something happened in the past that still available, that still is ongoing until right now or present. Okay, it doesn't matter whether it was recent, eating sandwich, or many years ago moving to London. The present perfect tense tell us that up until the present, the event or experience has occurred or happened. Yeah. Okay, next. So this is the reason for identifying the present perfect tense. So there is so many ways that you can identify that the sentence is a present perfect tense or not. Yeah. The present perfect tense is formed using have or has plus past participle. This might sound confusing, but it's pretty easy when you can put the pattern. Let's put the pattern. Yeah. Okay, so for the first sign is always use have or has. If you find the sentences with using have and sentence have or has and then plus past participle here, as I said before in the previous lesson, past participle is the verb 3. Yeah, it's the verb 3. Yeah, it's the verb 3, past participle. This might sound confusing, but it's pretty easy when you can spot the patterns. Yeah, maybe that would be a little bit hard for you, but if you see the spot of the pattern of have plus have or has plus past participle, it's gonna be easy. Yeah. First one, let's see the pictures. I have lived in Scotland all my life. I have lived in Scotland all my life. So when I was born on maybe 1994 until now, I have lived in Scotland. So I don't move to anywhere. I don't move to another country. I don't move to another city and etc. Yeah, so I have lived in Scotland all my life. For example, my age is 26 years old, so I have lived in Scotland since 26 years ago. Yeah. Okay, we moved to this house. I have moved house for time in my life. Okay, I have moved house for times in my life. So until now, I have moved 4 times. Yeah, 4 times about my house. I move anywhere. For example, first time I moved to the New York, and the second time I moved to Canada, and the third time I moved to Scotlandia, and the fourth time I moved to India maybe. And it doesn't impossible. I have the fifth time that I will move again. So that's why we use present perfect tense here. Yeah, it doesn't impossible that I will move my house again to the maybe Australia, Singapore, and etc. So something that happened in the past that is still going on the present, or something that happened in the past that's still available or still possible happen in the present. That's the concept of present perfect. Okay, this one about the car. I have owned a car since I was 18. Since I was 18. I have owned a car since I was 18. Okay, that's clear. That I got my first car since I was 18 until now. For example, my age now is 32. Yeah. So I got my car since I was 18. Yeah. I have visited many countries in Europe. I have visited many countries in Europe. So many, Portugal, Belgium, and etc. Portugal, Belgium, Spanish, French, and etc. Yeah. So now maybe I'm going around the world to visit another countries again. So this is that happened in the past, but still possible that I will visit another country in America, maybe, yeah, and Asia, and etc. Okay, let's move to another slide, identifying the present perfect tense. Let's investigate how this would all look on a list timeline. I have lived in Scotland, etc. Okay, so these are that I explained to you all in the previous slides. Yeah, so you see, this is something that happened in the past. All of this one, something happened in the past, but still ongoing in the present. Still happen in the present. That is still have a possibility that happen in the present. Yeah, and then if we were to put these events on a timeline about Eli's life, it's possible to always give an exact time from when this event took place. Investigate this and find out. Okay. And now, move to another slide, identifying the present perfect tense. You will have noticed that regular verbs like walk have walked, jump have jumped, follow the pattern of adding have plus a day in the end of the word, or etc., or just still same. Some verbs do not follow this pattern. They are called irregular verbs. Yeah. Can you spot the regular and irregular past participle? Okay, in this present perfect tense, you have remember a lot of the verb 1, verb 2, and verb 3, the change of verb 1 to be verb 3, the change verb 2 to be verb 3, you have to master it. Yeah, you have to remember all the time. So you have to maybe memorizing a lot of the a lot of vocabularies. Yeah, so you have to memorizing it. Okay, for example, have eaten. The basic verb is eat. Have read, have drunk, have walked, have written, have listened, have lived, have swum, have jumped, have visited. So you have in this present perfect tense, you have memorizing a lot of verb and form of past participle or verb 3. Yeah. Next. Forming the present perfect tense. In English, we often use the present perfect tense when we are asking people a question. Take a look at some of the example below. Okay, have you ever eaten sushi? Yeah, for asking a friend or someone that something being unique or interesting or impressed, maybe you can use have you. For example, have you ever eaten sushi? Have you ever eaten sashimi? Have you ever eaten spaghetti? Have you ever eaten like a traditional food from Kalimantan or South Borneo or etc.? Okay, have eaten. Have you ever visited maybe London. Yeah. For example, when you want to ask your friends about Bali. Hi guys. Hi dude. Okay. Hi Andy. I want to ask you something. Have you ever visited Bali? Let's see what Andy's response. Yes, I have visited Bali. I have visited Bali. Yeah, I have visited Bali. So Andy have visited Bali. Yeah. So that's the use of present perfect tense when you want to ask someone about a place, a food, a thing that they have or haven't visited it or etc. Yeah. And then, have you ever swum a mile? Have swum. If you don't have, you just say I haven't. I have not. Yeah. Okay. Maybe this is being your assignment. It's being your assignment, yeah, for this week. Forming the present perfect tense. Let's play a game. Look at the following sentences and decide what the past participle could be. The first one has been complete for you. So you have to fill this one, being past participle, yeah, with the past participle of verb 3 that's suitable with the sentences. Okay. Number one is have done for you. Number one is has been done for you. Yeah. It's done for you. Okay. Have you ever ridden a motorbike? Ridden here is verb 3 of ride. Yeah. And then the second one, have you ever blah 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 an airplane? So what is the suitable verb? What is the suitable past participle that could be that you can put in here? So either with another question. So just answer it. Okay, we move to another slide. Okay, using the present perfect tense, let's interview a celebrity. Choose Lady Gaga and Dag or someone of your choice and think of some interview question to ask them using present perfect tense. Yes, this is present perfect tense is often or is always used by a presenter to ask some celebrity. Okay, for example, Lady Gaga. Have you ever been nervous before a performance? Have you ever been nervous before a performance? Yeah. Okay. What is the answer of Lady Gaga? Yes, the first time. Yes, I have. The first time I got my performance. I have been nervous because there's so many crowd of people seeing me. Yeah. Okay, that's it. And what about Anne or Tech? Have you ever eaten bug in the jungle? Maybe this is a strange question for we all. Maybe we can change it. Have you ever eaten soto Banjar in South Borneo? Okay, approximately what will be their answers? Of course, they have not. Maybe they have not visited South Borneo yet. Yeah. So in this one, if you want to express you haven't seen anything, you haven't visited any place, you can use present perfect. Yeah. For example, I've never gone to New York. So you just say it, I have never gone to New York. But it's not possible. But it's not impossible that in the 5 years coming, you can visit it. Yeah. So that's the present perfect for you. Okay. So for any question, because I think there's a lot of explanation of me about this present perfect. If you have questions, like always we do, you just have to put your thoughts, your ideas, your question, what's being spinning around in your head in the e-learning or etc. or e-learning WhatsApp or etc. Yeah, just come to me. Just say to me. Okay, maybe that's all that I can teach to you all, because maybe time is make a lot of spend of your quota, etc. If I made a mistake, if I made a wrong explanation, if I have what we call it, if I have a mistake or something wrong that or that make you being upset, you're being upset, I'm so sorry. Last ayat. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.